Okay, so here we are. Update for March. It's April 1st, April Fool's Day, and we are closing in on fifth grade. It's been a busy spring. We had a lot of traveling, but we got a lot done, and we're headed into the final stretch. We do our evaluation for Virginia in in May, and that's already been scheduled. So that will be a solid end to our homeschool year. We will continue homeschooling next year into the sixth grade. We pretty much do all year homeschooling, but we will kind of take a break in June, a small break in June. But math and reading will continue through June. So we're still using Mrs. E. She came back today after a little bit of a break for math, and I'm supplementing with math with confidence. I don't do math, new math teaching. My role is to review. So that will not finish. We won't finish any sort of curriculum this year. We'll just continue to review, just keep going and we're she's doing angles and a little bit of geometry to finish the year out. We're still working on, the basic four operations. She's doing really well. So for language arts, we primarily use Hearth and Story. We also use Fix It Grammar, and we use 180 days of vocabulary. So I had come away from 180 days of vocabulary, did spelling, which we never did spelling tests. We got through like 15 lists of the 25. And I just decided like we were really doing more of a vocabulary with those lists. And so I decided that we would go back to 180 days of vocabulary for the end of the year. So basically, that has you use the words as in a sentence sort of thing. And so I think she'll get more out of that. And then Hearth and Story next year is not spelling, it's vocabulary. So that'll be good. We use Fix It Grammar and we use Hearth and Story Grammar. Fix It Grammar, I think we have 4 pages left to finish book 1. And then we'll try to double up on Hearth and Story Grammar. I think we have about 20 lessons left, so we should have plenty of time, especially if we double up to finish those. We finished all the books. We recently finished The Giver. I will say that was not my favorite book. I did not finish it, but she finished it. We do audiobooks for those books, and she actually listened to it before I even had a chance to talk to her about not finishing it. So I would say it's my least favorite book of the 4 we did this year, but that's okay. I'm just not into dystopian novels. But she liked it, and so that all 4 novels are finished. So we're gonna take a break from formal novel study. She'll continue to read with Miss Gass 3 days a week, and that will just continue throughout the summer. So it's just like one of our staples. So poetry is finished. We finished that before. Fix the Grammar, we're due to finish. We won't start that back up until July. Writing, so I'm considering putting writing into this summer. I can't decide if I'm going to start it before the end of the year. I did not do Hearth and Story writing. Writing is a little intimidating for me, so I may add a little bit of writing here at the end if we run out of things to do, which I don't think we will, but if we do, then I may add some writing. We didn't do brain food from Hearth and Story either. I feel like I'm missing a big section, but I don't know what it is. So we have really enjoyed the Hearth and Story curriculum this year, and I've already ordered it for next year. And so that feels very doable. It feels comfortable, and I think we'll start that up again in July once we finish sort of what we're working on. States and capitals. I told you last time I thought we were so close. So we have 4 5 states and capitals left. So we did 2 last week. I'm going to try to do 2 this week. I'm just really trying to finish them before the end of May. And I'd like to finish them a little early so she could have a few days to do like review games and stuff and all that. I'm super proud of her. It's been over a year work for her to do this. Um, and we'll soon put states and capitals back, and we'll have that finished before the end of the year. For history, we've been watching Liberty Kids. We have probably 20 more episodes to watch. Those are only like 20 minutes each. You can easily watch 2 or 3 in a day, so that'll be easy to finish by the end of May. And then for next year, I'm still thinking. I ordered Old Freedom from Woke Homeschooling, and I ordered the books for that too. I haven't got it printed yet. I'm still sort of trying to decide what to do about history. She loves history, so I definitely want to foster that. And so I have some thoughts on what to do there, so we'll see how that goes. But we'll finish Liberty Kids easy, no problem, before the end of May. And if we run out of history and states, maybe that'll have the, if we're done with everything else, maybe that'll give me the time to do some writing, and she can write some essays or something at the end of the year, like a little writing couple of weeks first. And then science, we're doing astronomy. She asked for astronomy. Our main curriculum is from Calm and the Chaos. I bought her astronomy and her earth science. I like it. I mean, we do crash course videos. We read the science. There's like some science comic books that we read, and then we look at the different. We've done the sun and Mercury, Venus, and Earth. So we're on Earth. So I mean, we'll do Earth for a while, probably another week or so, and then maybe we'll do one more planet, and then I will probably. I don't know what I'll do with astronomy, if we'll go into the summer with it or take a break from it. I don't really know, but we'll finish astronomy next year and we'll go on to earth science, and we'll spend a good portion of middle school on earth science because it's so much, right? It's like weather and landforms, and there's just a lot in earth science. So we'll do that in middle school. And then electives, I mean, she has not done the typing still. I'm thinking she'll type some. She asked about cursive the other day, so I might bring that in the summer. She asked about Spanish, so I found this lady online. It's like Spanish Club. It's like the Spanish Club or Spanish Club, and she does like one-on-one for a pretty reasonable price, so I might add that a couple times a week next year. I had really wanted to do ASL, but she wants to do Spanish. She's been doing fantastic. I couldn't ask for better. So I don't want to jinx us, but hopefully we cruise through the end of the year. We do our evaluation and we take a little break and we start back up in July. So June, July, and August are kind of summer school, but we really count that towards our next year because we do year-round school just so we have time for the breaks and for me to work. And so we'll stay with reading, we'll stay with math, and I may do writing, and then at some point I'll probably add back fix-it grammar, but I may wait till August to do that. Probably no history, no science, no electives until my son goes back to school, so mid-August. So when he goes back to school, we kind of say, okay, now it's not summer school. And my son does some summer school stuff too, so he's going to be doing SAT prep this summer, and so it's not like she's the only one that has to do school in the summer. Both of my kids do some school in the summer. so that's good. And then we'll pick, we're going to be Hearth and Story for language arts. We're going to be Math with Confidence for math. And we're going to be Common to Chaos for earth science and astronomy. I think we're going to be All Freedom from Woke homeschooling. And I'm sure I'm forgetting some stuff. But I'm really excited because we're finishing curriculums, which I don't feel like ever happens, right? Like you just sort of start them and you feel overwhelmed and then you change gears and you don't finish a book or you do finish a book, and like to really have finished like a chunk of curriculum, to be finishing all the lessons in there. I didn't have this feeling last year. It wasn't it, and I'm sure it's experience and just finding the curriculum that works for us. Um, and so that's very exciting stuff. So yeah, that's the summary for March of 2026.